The empty boat. In a small Zen monastery nestled in a forest, there lived a wise monk named Cato. He spent his days teaching his students the art of mindfulness and the path to inner peace. Though calm by nature, Cato often reminded his students that enlightenment wasn't a permanent state. It required constant practice, especially in the face of life's inevitable challenges. One morning, after a long session of meditation with his students, Cato decided to take his small rowboat onto a nearby lake. The lake was a serene place surrounded by tall, swaying trees, their reflections dancing on the water's surface. The only sounds were the chirping of birds and the gentle rustle of leaves. Cato paddled his boat to the center of the lake and allowed it to drift. He closed his eyes, his body perfectly still, and let his breath sink with the rhythm of nature around him. The stillness was profound, and the world seemed at peace. But as he sat in quiet contemplation, a sudden jolt disturbed him. Another boat had collided with his, rocking him slightly. His peaceful state was shattered. Annoyance bubbled up within Cato. Who could be so careless? He thought. Who lets their boat drift without paying attention? Without opening his eyes, he imagined a negligent fisherman or a wayward villager interrupting his tranquility. As his irritation grew, Cato finally opened his eyes, ready to reprimand the offender. But to his surprise, he saw that the boat that had bumped into his was empty. The wind and current had simply carried the abandoned boat across the lake. Cato stared at it, and in that moment, he laughed. His frustration evaporated as quickly as it had appeared. An empty boat, Cato murmured to himself. I became angry because I assumed there was someone to blame. But how foolish I was. My anger arose not from the boat, but from within me. The lesson struck Cato deeply, and he returned to the shore with a renewed sense of clarity. He shared this story with his students, saying, "When someone angers you, criticizes you, or harms you, imagine them as an empty boat. It is not truly the person who disturbs your peace, but your own mind's reaction. If you can let go of the need to assign blame or take things personally, you will remain at peace, no matter the situation." From that day on, Cato's teaching of the empty boat became one of his most profound lessons. His students learned to see the world differently, not as a series of people or events conspiring against them, but as opportunities to master their own reactions. Years later, Cato's story continued to be told, reminding those who heard it that peace is not about controlling the world, but about mastering the self. Moral: our suffering does not come from the actions of others, but from how we choose to respond. When we release blame and expectation, we create space for lasting peace within ourselves. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and don't forget to subscribe.